Okay, I've got something real special for you guys today. We're doing vegan sausages, and I have wanted to do these for so long, and I feel like I have finally cracked the code to the ultimate vegan sausage. These bad boys have 26 grams of protein per sausage, which is way more than you can find in any store-bought sausage. They're healthy, made with real whole food plant ingredients. No eggs, no gluten, no dairy, no problem, and they're so delicious. The tastiest sausage I have ever had. Crispy on the outside, soft, meaty, chewy on the inside. They are gonna blow your mind. I am so excited to show you guys how to make this, so let's just do it. Main ingredient is tofu. Yep, these are tofu-based sausages. We've got a whole bunch of other good stuff going in. So grab yourself a big old mixing bowl. All right, here's the method to my madness. So we're gonna take our block of extra firm tofu, which is really nice and firm and crumbles well. And we're gonna take that and we're gonna crumble it into a large mixing bowl. And then we have a nice little apple here, just a small one that is cute and dainty. We're gonna peel it, and we're just going to chop it into small pieces, so like really a fine little chop. Apple's a very common ingredient to add into sausages because it adds really nice sweetness, but not too sweet, just a little bit, just a little kiss, a little. Great news, that was the only chopping you have to do for this whole recipe. I know, right? Okay, so next we're gonna add in some good flavored things that are gonna make it taste delicious. So we've got a tablespoon of ketchup, a little bit of sweetness and tomato-y tang, and 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. Add them to the bowl. I've learned that balsamic vinegar is kind of this amazing hack ingredient for when you don't have Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. I can never say it properly. It's just kind of got that very similar flavor to Worcestershire. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Then we're just gonna add a bunch of very simple spices that you likely already have in your cupboard right now. We've got a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon of sage, paprika, smoked paprika, garlic, onion powder, and a teaspoon of salt. And give it a good healthy few grinds of some black pepper. Now just give everything a good toss to combine in all those flavors. Ooh, which by the way, now that they've all come together, smell so nice. Now grab yourself a parchment-lined air fryer basket or just a baking sheet, and we're just gonna simply transfer all those crumbles right on top. And then just using your hands or a spatula, just get in there, spread it out into an even layer. Oh my gosh, I cannot get over how yummy that smells. And then you'll just either pop this in the air fryer at 375 Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes, or you can throw it in the oven at 400 Fahrenheit for about 35, maybe 40 minutes. What you're wanting to achieve is golden browned goodness. You want things to get crispy around the edges, and make sure that you toss and kind of flip everything. Rude, air fryer. Make sure you toss and flip everything about halfway through cooking time so you don't get any burnt spots throughout. Because that would be very sad. We don't want a burnt sausage. No one likes a singed sausage. Okay, we are 25 minutes in the future, and wouldn't you know it, these little tofu crumbles turned out exactly as I envisioned them. They are nice and golden brown around the edges. Oh my God, they smell very sausagey, and we're not even done yet. And they've dried up a little bit so that they're gonna have a nicer texture inside of the sausage. Gonna be good, I can feel it. I can smell it. Okay, we're gonna just set this aside for a few moments while we prepare the last ingredients for the sausage. So grab yourself another little mixing bowl, and I'm gonna show ya the rest of the ingredients. We've got a 1/4 cup of TVP and a 1/4 cup of mung bean protein powder and 2 tablespoons of cornmeal. TVP, aka textured vegetable protein, is super high in protein. It's made from soy, and it's really nutritious, and it's just amazing in so many different meat replacement items. Mung bean protein, I just chose that one because it's one of the cleanest neutral flavored protein powders that I have. So you don't have to use mung bean, but you could use pea protein if you would prefer, or sunflower seed protein. And we're just adding cornmeal to add a little bit of texture and to help absorb the liquid we're about to add. Into the bowl. Side note, I also chose cornmeal specifically because I love the flavor of cornmeal, and I feel like it's gonna taste really good in sausage. We've got some beautiful spices. I'm talking Italian seasoning, onion and garlic powder, some red chili flakes, and chili powder for a little kick, a little spice, a little kiss of heat. Give it a little stir, or I'm sorry, a little mixy, as we do around here. And for perhaps the two ingredients I'm most excited for, oddly enough, are red wine vinegar and balsamic vinegar. Again, these are gonna add complex depth of flavor and lots of really good kind of tang that just make things taste better. Just trust me on it, okay? Just trust me. Give it a first little stir just to see how the dry ingredients absorb. And you might want to add some water if you find that things are like really, really dry and clumpy. So I'm gonna add, a couple tablespoons. You kind of almost want this to start looking like, wouldn't you know it, like meat. And it's kind of getting there. This is pretty much the texture that we want. It looks a little pasty, I know, but just bear with me. TVP is actually very absorbent, and so is cornstarch, cornmeal. So I'm actually gonna add even more water because we are gonna have to let this sit for a couple minutes once I add in the tofu crumbles, which I'm gonna add right now. Yoink. Okay, now you're just going to fold in the tofu and the apple. I should not forget to mention that there is some beautiful apple in there. Really, really like work that kind of meat dough, meat wad. There's really no way to make this sound great. Meat wad. I have made the executive decision to just get in there with my hands. Because then you can really squeeze it all together. Really get it to combine. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're just gonna let our meat wad just rest on the counter or in the fridge for about 20 minutes. We just want to allow the TVP and the cornmeal to just really absorb all the liquid that we've added so that the sausages will hold their shape better once we roll them up in our rice paper, which is our next step. Hello and welcome to a further 20 minutes in the future. Our sausage meat wad is looking pretty good. It's absorbed nicely. I can pretty much stick my finger into it and it leaves an impression and it feels like meat, and I can tell that the TVP has nicely reabsorbed. Cheeky little taste test. That's gonna be a delicious sausage. Oh boy. So we are going to be making sausage casings out of rice paper. Yes, rice paper is amazing and so easy to use. So what you're gonna need to do is fill up a plate, a little shallow plate, with some warm water. And don't spill it. And then you're just gonna add a little splash of soy sauce to the water and a little splash of balsamic vinegar. This is just gonna add a little bit of extra depth of flavor. It really doesn't have to be much, just a little splash. Give it a little stir, good enough. Now we're gonna take our piece of rice paper and we're just going to dunk it into the water, rotate it so that it gets saturated on all four sides? Four sides, yes, because this circle has 4 sides. Both sides of the rice paper. And just gonna kind of shake it off, get rid of any excess water that drips off, and then just place it down on a cutting board. I find it's actually kind of easier to take a ball of the sausage mix, place it in the middle, and then kind of press it down, and then quickly form it into kind of a log-like structure, kind of like this. And then we're just going to take one end, roll it over, and roll. Roll really tightly if you can. And then we're gonna take the ends and just kind of pinch and twist, kind of tuck underneath like that, and repeat. Twist, pinch, and tuck. Here we go, sausage in a casing. And then we're just going to plop each sausage into a well-oiled pan over a medium heat. I could probably only fit 3 in my pan, and that's okay. And we're just going to cook them for about 4 to 6 minutes, turning them so that we cook all of the sides until they're nice and golden brown. All right, big honky sausage entering the mouth hole. The most delicious sausage, vegan or non-vegan, I have ever had. The texture in that thing, look at it. It's meaty and morsely, and like it's got all these good bits in it. And it's not falling out. It's not falling out. It's holding its shape. I don't know if I said this already, but crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. 26 in this sausage, and there's there's no nasty oils or weird ingredients and chemicals and fillers. This is just like all whole foods. You saw what went into it. It's all just normal foods that we all have in our kitchens. Oh my God, and the apple is amazing. It's just, my life is complete. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you had a blast. Make sure you're subscribed below. It's free for you. Help me grow my Steamy Vegan community. I just want to give you a little happy hug to thank you for being here. I love you. I'll be sure to see you in another video really soon. Ta-ta!